In this video, I'm going to go over number 38. Alright, let's see. I need my notepad for this one. Because it looks like we are plugging in negative x into the function. So I'm going to have to write this down to get the signs right. Okay, this is from a previous one. Okay. So 38. My function is m of x equals 6x to the 5th power plus 9x plus 3. Part 1, they're asking me to find m of negative x. So I'm going to plug in negative x and all the x's will turn into negative x. That's what they want you to do. Plus 9 times negative x and then plus 3. We need to simplify the signs very carefully, okay? Let me try to make this bigger because I know if you're watching in a small screen, this may be too small. I wonder if I can make this bigger for you. Hold on. Ah, that's better. Okay, so this is 6 times. Now look at the sign very carefully. Because 5 is an odd number, this will become negative x to the 5th power. In other words, it will stay as negative, right? Now I can simplify these two. Okay, positive times negative is negative 9, right? Negative 9x plus 3. And I can bring this negative sign in front of the 6 and write this as negative 6x to the 5th power, because I'm now just multiplying 6x to the 5th power minus 9x plus 3. All right, let me put this answer in the first box. Negative 6x to the 5th power minus 9x plus 3. So how to do part 1 was you plug in negative x, you simplify the signs very carefully, and then that is how you find an m of negative x. Next part. What are they asking next? Oh, this one is much easier this time. Look, they want you to find negative m of x. Okay, let me show you what that means. See, we did these. It's just when we were doing, I think these are the same topics, but it's just when they are worded slightly differently, they look completely different. Hold on, my note-taking app crashed. Going back in here. Okay, so let me copy this line over here. Okay, when they want you to find a negative m of x, that simply means just switch the sign of every term. Make them all opposite. So that will be negative 6x to the 5th minus 9x minus 3. That's what negative of the whole function is. You switch the sign of all of them. So let me write that down. Negative 6x to the 5th minus 9x minus 3. All right, next part. Now we're going to start comparing them. We need to. Is negative x equals m of x? I'm sorry, is m of negative x equals m of positive x? Well, let's compare them. M of negative x is the answer from part 1. Is that equal to the original function? Is that what they are asking? So compare these for me. I'm zooming for you. 6x to the 5th power used to be positive, but in m of negative x, 6x to the 5th power became negative. It's not exactly the same. So remember in class we said to check and see if a function is even or odd, I told you to plug in negative x and check, what's this called? Compare it to the original, right? It changed. So this is not an even function. what we can say is that m of x, the original function, is not the same as m of negative x. They are not the same, which means these are not even function. This is not an even function. All right, but let me answer that part for them. M of negative x is not equal to m of x. The symbols may sound so confusing, but if you know how to read and understand these notations, they're simply asking you to compare two answers, right? Next part. My computer is so slow. Is m of negative x equals negative m of x? So hold on, let me cut. We need to know which ones we are comparing. So we're comparing that negative m of x with m of negative x. Let me write it down on the same page so that we can easily compare them, okay? Because they look like they're cousins, they look so same, but if they are just a little bit different, oh, then they're not the same. All right, I'm going to circle these for you so that you can compare them. The green and the blue, are they exactly the same? Well, the first term, negative 6, is compared by term. This is the same, right? Next term, both negative, that's the same. But negative 3 and positive 3 are not the same. They're not the same there. So because the last term has different sign, these two are not the same. So it's not even odd function either. Oh my goodness. If part C is equal, part 3 was equal, then it's going to be even. If part D, if this part was equal, then it was going to be odd. But notice they are neither true. So is this function even, odd, or neither? Well, this function is neither. But who knows, when you are doing your test, they may give you one of them that tells you that when you plug in negative x, it comes out to be exactly the same as the original function. If that's the case, the function is even. If you plug in negative x and it comes out to be exactly the same as the opposite of your original function, then that function is odd. But I'm done with my question. This was number 38. Let's see if I got this right. It's a hassle to go back but it's totally worth my time because we are preparing for our test. 38. Please be a check mark. There we have it. So that's it. I may do maybe like 2 more videos today, but I can't really do more than 5 or 6 a day. But I've been doing it diligently. You see, we did so many of them already. I'll come back and do 39 and 40 very soon.